Shalom, it's your brother Yeraki, and all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Shalom to the elect of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, whom the Lord will have mercy on in these latter days. Shalom to the men of the Lord that are prophesying, preaching, and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom, Shalom. And then this is a quick update regarding China. As we all know, in the context of the end of this place, we know, as Yahweh Shah said, that we would see nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And this is more of that. But the main point I want to point out is the hypocrisy of America, And I'll probably have this titled something along the lines of that, because these people are hypocrites, Now this isn't saying that China is righteous by any means. They are also very wicked, and Ezra talks about how wicked they are, what judgment is to come to them as well. But this article says U.S. rejects Beijing's claim to the South China Sea, deepens Chinese anger. So the rhetoric, the wartime rhetoric, it's amping up every single day. It says Washington, the United States on Monday rejected China's disputed claims to offshore resources of the South China Sea, a move that Beijing criticized as inciting tensions in the region, and which highlighted the increasingly testy relationship. China has offered no coherent legal basis for its ambitions in the South China Sea, and for years has been using intimidation against other Southeast Asian coastal states. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said in a statement, now, what legal claim did America have to this land? Like, the hypocrisy here is just staggering. How can you believe these people are upright, And I'll get that in Habakkuk, because this is America just being the biggest hypocrites on the planet Earth. And the Lord speaks against that, It says, we are making clear Beijing's claims to offshore resources across most of the South China Sea are completely unlawful. and is its campaign of bullying to control them. What did you do to the Native Americans, man? This pisses you off when you read this, because America's walking around beating its chest like it's the good guy nowadays, but look at all the land they took, Guam is a territory, If you pull up Guam on a map, man, it's damn near in the Philippines. It's closer to there than it is to America. Hawaii, all of these states they taken, and Hawaii is a U.S. state. It's not just a territory, You have Puerto Rico, Haiti's basically one, So it's hey, it's high time the Lord come and deal with these people, man. Let's see. It says we are making clear Beijing's claim to offshore resources across most of the South China Sea are completely unlawful, and it's a campaign to control bullying them, said Pompeo. It says the U.S. has long opposed China's expansive territorial claims on the South China Sea. Because see, China is now trying to do the same thing that America has been doing for decades, really centuries, because they've always had plans to go across the world and dominate. It's just been a bunch of Edomites racing each other to see who can grab the most land, and hold power. Let's see. Sending warships regularly through the strategic waterway to demonstrate freedom of navigation there. Monday's comment reflect a harsher tone. So, what if China or Russia send a bunch of warships, around Venezuela, closer to our territory, They would take that as a threat, and you damn well might be at war with them. A physical war. It says the world. This is the kicker. The world will not allow Beijing to treat the South China Sea as its maritime empire. Pompeo said, "Man, this devil, man." Let's get Job 20:4. It says, "Knowest thou not this of old, since a man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment." Man, you can't get a deeper cut than that. So this is the scripture speaking directly against what you're seeing America's behavior as. As though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach into the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Hey, because this is talking about the end times, really. This really goes to where we are now regarding Babylon in these latter days. Verse 8, it says, "He shall fly away as a dream, and he shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision in the night." And that's what's coming to you, damn devils, you imperialists, all of you in the West, the Europe and America have a very bloody and fiery destruction coming to you. All right. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him, because America is going to be completely and utterly destroyed. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. Because you got a sect of guilty Edomites over here in America that are on this guilt trip. I should say this white guilt campaign of Black Lives Matter, and it's sorry, but they won't give you reparations. They won't restore you entirely. They want you to sit here and pay taxes on the very bottom rung of society. As long as you're okay with doing that, they'll be nice to you. The moment you try to think for yourself, the moment men go out there and you can just tell our people to stop engaging in the world, stop selling drugs, stop being in homosexuality, and they'll have a problem with it. Just for you not following the script. But as long as we're the lowest, as long as we're killing each other at alarming rates, they're fine. They're fine being nice and giving us lip service. And we know that this there's nothing but lies and deceit under his tongue. So it says, "His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth," and that's just what we're going to. That's the spirit. "Though he hide it under his tongue." So this is dead spot on talking about America. How can you believe otherwise? Like though verse 13, "Though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of ass within him, because he's a damn serpent. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of ass, and the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter." And that's talking about what we're going to get in the kingdom, And on this article, this is all I'll read aside with China, the whole thing, and so is Iran, So if anything, this just adds more and more into the stockpile of World War III. Because this him having the audacity to say the world will not allow Beijing to treat South China Sea as its empire is ridiculous, man. Let me get Habakkuk 2 real quick. Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. He can't help but to do this, you know. He can't help but to be the biggest hypocrite on the planet, to the death and destruction of everybody else but himself. Even to himself, his own people are suffering. A lot of his own people are going to die by the hands of his own elite. He also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, because he cannot stand to see China do the same thing that they were doing, which is imperialism, which is which is to a much lesser degree of what he's done. Because this man's got to go. He's got to go. He's got to go. But gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him in a taunting proverb, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, which we know is dead. Because China is dumping U.S. debt at more so than they ever have before, and proof that Russia is along with them. Russia is in debt, and Iran just has sanctions all over them from America. So these other nations on the eastern part of the world are separating themselves from this place. This is a major sign that war is about to take place. All Yahweh